what point is it not a poor stretch?
I'm not defining. We got to play better, okay? We have it right in front of us. We're a really good team that has played shitty of late. We need to be better. I'm not going to define stretch this or that. We got to go win, right? And we're right there. You know, we're watching, other teams struggle around us. We know we got to be better, okay? We got to, we're pissed off in there. We got a lot of pride in there. We have a lot of expectation in there. So stretch, slump, recent, I don't give a shit. We got to play better the rest of the way. And it's right there. I've said it's right in front of us. It is. It's right in front of us, right? For as bad as it's been, we're also in a great position. And we got to go play the baseball the way we're capable of playing. And it's on all of us, starting with me in that room, to make sure we're coming out with the right level of energy and getting after it.
Have you been happy with that?
Absolutely. These guys, it's no fun going through it. I know how hard this freaking game is, and you take your lumps, and it sucks, especially when you know what you're capable of, and you're taking your lumps for an extended period. It can be rough, but no one's going to feel sorry for you, that's for sure, especially when you wear this uniform. So it's on us to just make sure we're nose down, getting after it, walking through those doors every day with an edge and an expectation that today's the day we get it rolling. And I look forward to going through that with these guys. But again, I've said we hold the pen. We're in control of the story, and that has not changed. But we got to play better. It doesn't matter.
Dave, right behind you, Gary.
Before when Cole gave up the last hit to Taylor, I think that was Taylor's third hit in that, he flipped his glove up. Yeah. Did you? I mean, you don't usually see that in that exact.
Well, I think at the end of the night, kind of made good pitches to Taylor there, and I thought executed a really good four-seamer that he kind of fought off and just So I think it's that frustration setting in, and on a long night where you're grinding. So, I mean, that's. I'm not going to get into judging every reaction. I mean, that's just a man competing and knowing he probably executed a pretty good pitch and a little frustrated.
Ron.
As much as everyone in there, especially the veterans, say the concentration is at bat to at bat, pitch to pitch, how can they fight off the natural tendency to press in situations like this?
That's the big leagues. That's Major League Baseball. It's a gauntlet. It's a mother. But that's the biggest challenge. Again, I say it all the time, in a game of failure, how do you handle that? How do you handle when it gets noisy, when it gets heavy? You got to. That's what being a good team, a good player, all that's what it is. And the good thing is we have a lot of guys that have been through that and know how to navigate that. And but that's the game in a lot of ways, and that's what we talk about, the grind all the time. That's what it is.
You mentioned how things can get heavy, how it can be tough going through a stretch like this. How have you thought they've responded to this emotionally through day in and day out?
Yeah, I mean, even one of the things I really liked tonight about is how hooked up we were in that dugout in the 8th and 9th inning when it wasn't going well, and the level of at-bats and not giving in even in the end. And the guys on the top step, pulling for one of another as they take a tough pitch or put a good swing on a ball. I was pleased to see that. We're hooked up. We want to make it happen. We're all frustrated, but I'm not worried about the compete level with these guys. I got to make sure we, certain guys that have gone through a tough stretch or that have not had the season to this point you're having, you got to make sure you fight off that not feeling sorry for yourself or not head down. It's no, we're in this. Let's go. And there's still plenty of time for not only us as a club, of course, but plenty of time for individuals that are struggling to, man, you can turn it around like that and change the script like that. And you got to keep that perspective as you go through it.
Laura, to the left.
Pre-game, you talked a little bit about the trade deadline. When you look at the personnel that you have on the roster now, do you think you have the tools to come out
Yeah,
of this?
we can't worry about that.
Okay.
That's not even for us to worry about. Something's going to happen. Something won't happen. It's too unpredictable. You have no idea. The reality is we've won a boatload of games with everyone in that room, and there's no sense looking over your shoulder or looking for around the corner. It's not our job. Our job is to go play between the lines, compete, and win ball games. And, yeah, we have everyone in that room to do that. We've done it at a high level for much of the year. We got to turn this thing around.